Good morning and welcome here on YouTube. And also welcome to my 100-day project. My name is Lisbeth and I'm a Danish mixed media artist. If you don't know what the 100-day project is, look at my video for the day 1 or the first day in the description box below here. And there is also a link to a playlist for this whole project. So here in my box I keep all my small pieces here, and the ones I haven't done yet. It is watercolor substrate like this, and it is 15 by 7 centimeters. Watercolor paper 200 GSM. In this video I will do from day 36 to day 42, and that is also week 6. But let's begin and see what I come up with this week of crazy things. Lately I have been enjoying myself by hand sewing these small log cabin squares, and for that I have taken out all my walnut dyed, tea dyed and coffee dyed papers, and what else, not papers, fabrics, and some I have printed myself, and yeah, in these colors here. And this is some of the leftover small strips here in all kinds of earthy tones. So I think this week will be about using these scraps, and for that I also have found some different book pages from old books, and to give it a little contrast I think I will embroider with these two colors here. So that is my plan for now. So I will just look around and start day 36 and see what I can come up with. So today is day 36 and the date is 24th of March 2024. So that's there. And I think I will start with a very light color here, this strip here. It could need a little ironing. Yeah, it's hard to say, but I think it would flatten out when I put glue on it. And I will just, let me see here, that is a little, what is my bigger? No, not bigger scissors. This was better. And I will just fray the edges a little in both ends. Yeah, like this. And then I will glue it down here. And where is my glue stick? I think everything is not right by my hand today, but let's see if we can manage. Down. Put it there. Yeah. And to break this up a little, I will take some small dark pieces here and put them there, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, that looks nice. I like it. And I think I will Put it isn't so easy to glue fabric down as it is to glue paper down. The fabric is a little more, you can't say elastic, but it sometimes slide a little around, and you can drag more. You could drag it more crooked if you want to. That you can't do that with paper. And I like these frayed edges there. And you can see I put that on first and that on next, because I want them to be in the same level, and then it is easier to put that between with the same amount of space between. Think about there. Yeah, that looks nice. And then I want a piece of paper on that. I think perhaps this piece here. It is from an old Danish book, and the paper is very brittle. It could very easily tear. But that's also a nice thing. So I think I will put this piece there. Yeah. You see here. And I always, if I can read the text, I will put it upside down, so it isn't so. It is, you aren't supposed to read it. It is for a decorative purpose, not for reading. But sometimes it is in Chinese or Hebrew or what kind of old books I have, and I can't read it. So yeah, you never know what it says. Perhaps you're advertising for soap or something. I never know. I will let it dry, and then I will figure out what to stitch here. I'm back, and I have decided to use this color here. So, and I have also decided that on this week's 7 different pieces, I will do cross stitches and some tab or tack stitches, just single stitches. And for a start, I will just make some crosses here on the dark fabric. So again, I will take my tape, cut a little piece off here, and glue it down. I don't want big fat knots on my back. You can't, if I'm going to do something with these, mount them for instance, you can't hide a big knot, because I stitch on paper, and paper isn't forgiving like fabric is. You probably all know what a cross stitch is, but it's just like this. And I think I can have 3 down here. Ouch. Don't know what that is here. and down there. I will do these two and be back. As you can see, I'm nearly done with the straight stitches here, so all I do is go up and down here, and then I pre-poke here because I don't know, I'm not sure I can come up the right place if I haven't made a hoop. And down here, pre-cut, and I pre-poke. Sorry. Down here. And the last stitch. Here. And down here. And again, I will take a little piece of tape and secure it, cut it off, and here. This is day 36. That is the nice thing when you have a table. I can just leave all my stuff here till tomorrow, and I will be ready for the next day, for the next one. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Hello. Today is day 37, and it is the 25th of March. In this piece I have used, I think it is some patchwork fabric, but it looks like fabric that could have been rust dyeing, and a piece of paper from a notebook and some straight stitches. It is quite simple, but I really like this one here, so this is a nice one. Good morning to another day. It is day 38 and it is 20. This date here. And today the piece looks like this. Walnut dyed fabric. It's an old sheet I have used, and some small scraps from a book, and then some cross stitching, and that is all for this day. Good afternoon. Are you ready for another small piece here? Today is day 39 and it is 27th of March 2024. Let us see what we can come up with today. I found this little scrap piece here, and I think I would like to fray the edges a little more than it already is. There, and the same piece here. It's a little cooked, and again I will fray the edges as much as I can. Yeah, I think I'll put this one down here. And I think I think it is Chinese or Japanese, I don't know, but I will put a piece of that. Let me see here. Take a little of it, more of it. it isn't so wide. Yeah, it's still, yeah, but I could also let it lap over. That, yeah, I think that looks nice. And take this end off here. It is very pale. Perhaps I can find a little dark something to put down there. I have this here. Yeah, that looks much better. Again, I will fray the edges. And I think I will put that down there. I will glue it down and be back. Oh, here it is glued down and it is nearly dry enough so I can stitch on it. And when I look at it, I think I will do a row here of skinny, or if you put it that way, tall cross stitches all the way down here. And here I think I will do straight stitches and straight stitches. But I will start with the long skinny cross stitches here. And again, and secure this thread. And let me see, and then I will poke up here. Oopsie. Like this, and I will see if I can make them even more slim, skinny, or if we can call them. Most of you probably sew cross stitches, and I do one stitch or one little cross finished one by one. But often when you're doing cross stitches on fabric where you count, you make the whole half of the stitch all the way down and then you go back. But I think I like to do it this way here. And it is more free form. Yeah, like this. I will do the row down and be back. I'm done with the row down here, so I changed my mind, and that is the artist's right to do that. I think it would be too much if I put the stitches, the straight stitches there and there. So instead I will do them on the outer side of the two sides here of the little triangle. No, not triangle. Square, the little square, sorry. But it's quite easy to make these stitches. It is just up and down and up and down. Oh, sorry. And I think I just will do that like this here in the corner. So you go down in the same hole, you can see here. They are quite big, these stitches here, because they can easily drown in the dark color. So that's why I've chosen to make them quite big. So that was that. And again. Secure it and cut it off. And yeah, it's quite simple. That was day 39. Hello, hello, and here is day 40, the 28th of March 2024. And this one is quite dark. This fabric here is one of the darkest fabrics I got out of my walnut dyeing. It has also stopped smelling. At first they had a quite strong smell, but again, a book page, some straight stitches and some small cross stitches, and all these nice frayed edges. So that was a nice one, this one. See you tomorrow. Hello, hello. This is today's piece, and I really like this one. I think it is quite successful. There's some patchwork fabric and some pieces from an old book, and then there's only straight stitches this way and that way. And day 41, the 29th of March 2024. So this was a great piece, this one, I think. Hello, hello, and welcome to day 42, and it is the 30th of March 2024. It is Saturday today, and it is also Easter holiday here in Denmark. We have a couple of days off here because of the Easter, and it is quite nice weather, so that's nice. So I will hurry up and do this so I can get out in my garden and have a little peek what is coming up all around me. I have this fabric. It's from an old sheet, and it was torn, and there was holes in it. So I cut about 30 centimeter long stripe of it, and then I hang it on my clothes. What do you call it? The string where you put your clothes to dry. And it has been hanging there for over a year, in rain or shine or blowing or in all kinds of weathers, and that made it quite soft, and also it is a little discolored some places, but that's hard to see on those small pieces here. But I think I would like to have a lot of these down here. So that is my plan. I don't know why it is always so difficult to cut like this. Yeah. Then I can take this one here. Cut it. Again. It doesn't matter if they are exactly the same length, but nearly same. Now I have six of these. I don't know if I will use them all, but we will see. All the other way around. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can fit all 6 of them in here. Yeah. I will fray the edges and glue them down, and then I will be back. Now they are glued down, and I just remember what the thing I talked about is named. It is a cloth line. Yeah, me and the English isn't always, yeah. I have this very, very thin paper from an old hymn book, and I think perhaps I can tear a little of it. It's really thin paper. And again. Where can we put it? Perhaps something like this. And upside down, as I talked about in one of the other days. Yeah. So you can't read it if you were able to read Danish. Yeah. Something like this. I like that, and I will glue these 2 pieces down. And again, this piece here. Upside down. Yeah. And then I will have to decide what to embroider on it. These are the challenging part, the way you want to place your items on this small substrate. The sewing or embroidery part is the part where I relax and my mind is thinking of all kinds of other things, and you get in a state where it's feels quite meditative. But that's when you have decided all the practical things and know what to do. So I will just figure out what I want to embroider on this one and be back. There are several options here, but I can't quite decide yet, but I think I will start to make a cross stitch there and there and there and there, so it looks like they have been pinned down. And somewhere here I want to make my straight stitches, but I don't know where yet, but perhaps I know when I have done the cross stitches. So I'll just that was a little. This thread I'm using here in this week is also my macerated cotton thread from a Dutch firm called Venne, and I really like this thread. And I know it's meant for weaving, but I really like to sew with it because I don't like the thread where the thread is made of 6 strands, and you can of course divide it and use 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 or 6 strands, but I always get that yarn. It looks like a bird's nest when I have had my fingers in it. So that's why I like my yarns on cones and not in these, I don't know what they are called in English, but in these, do they call them skeins perhaps? Or is it only when it is knitting yarn you call it a skein? I don't know. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Let me see. I think I will start here instead. See what happens. And it's just the straight stitches. You have seen me done this many times in this week, so you don't have to look at me stitching this, but I will do it through here and I think also there, and then I will be back. So here it is, day 42. I don't know, I think this reminds me of, I don't know if it's called the same in English as in Danish, but we call it plaster. Perhaps you call it plaster. It's when you have something you can put. If you're bleeding from your skin, you could put it on. And I think the color and the size of this makes me think of plaster. But and it's a little pale too, perhaps. But as we say in Danish, we hope you like it because we can't do it again. And that's why today looks like it does. But I hope you like my 100-day project and will give it a thumbs up and perhaps consider subscribing my little Danish channel and perhaps give it a try yourself. Don't bake a bigger bread than you can eat, because then you will lose the commitment for doing this. But I think it is a good way to keep going. So excited what I will come up with next week. So until for now, and take care and be creative, and see you next week. Bye bye.